Okay. Okay. Hey guys. Hey. Hi. Just want to say hi.
I can't say too much as yet, but I'm going to be spending a lot more time in here with you lot, because I love it in here. I fucking love it!
I think that'll be helpful in the creative process. The thing that I hope for is get higher quality thinking out of it.
How should ChatGPT be changing how we teach our kids how to write?
I don't think we know yet what the writing of the future, the process is going to look like. I would bet it's just like a safe baseline that it's not going to change all that much. I think we will have new tools that let people write in different ways and hopefully get more sort of idea refinement and generation out of the process. But, this thing that people say of like, well, no one's ever going to learn to write anymore because now it's just like that. That's not why people really write in the first place. Like the kind of writing that you can just, the kind of thing you would do by having ChatGPT go write your kind of, essay for English class. That's not real.
That motherfucker back there is not real.
That's not what this is about anyway. And if ChatGPT can help people do a writing-like activity and get higher quality thinking out of it, that's wonderful.
Tell me about that.
Literally, if we believe that a big part of the value of writing is to clarify your own thinking, and we can have new tools that help you do that better than before, that'll be a big win.
What I think of ChatGPT as raising the returns to is the initial seed, the big bang moment of an idea. And this is a way that I like using ChatGPT is I know that I have a distinct idea if ChatGPT disagrees with me. And then once I have that idea, if I can clarify it in some sort of way, then ChatGPT can help me find examples and stories, things that amplify and help to grow the initial seed that I've planted.
Totally. I think I try to like watch people in like very different walks of life use ChatGPT, and it's always illuminating. Clear communication is very much less important and very much downstream of actually clear thinking. So if you know what you're going to do, if you've like figured out how to like reduce that to the essence of why it's a good idea and what the plan is going to be, what the priorities are going to be, then communicating clearly about that is not so hard. But getting clear about the actual ideas is really hard. And so I think unclear communication is a symptom of unfocused thinking.
What anybody tells you, words and ideas can change the world.
Is that in like the David Deutsch sense of like everything is possible that's not limited by the constraints of physics?
Yeah. And also that there's not enough. People don't, to tie it back to Peter. I remember sometime someone asked, like a long time ago, someone asked him, what was your biggest investment mistake ever? And everybody expected him to say something like, well, I invested in this company, put all this money and it blew up. And he said, the biggest mistake, I don't know if it was B or C, but the biggest mistake ever, let's say, was not investing in the Series B of Facebook. And that is the kind of mistake I try not to make. So I'm like a big believer in find what is working and like go aggressively after it.
Ideas are such a power law, and it's about finding that core thing and just doubling, tripling down on that.
Yeah, I think that the really good ideas are rare. And when you find one, you should quadruple down on it. And it should be the only thing you push on. You should only push on a few of these things. In writing, in business, whatever, I really believe in this principle. And I mean, I think this is why like almost all business books are terrible, right? There's like 3 good ideas in 300 pages. And what a reader wants is 3 good ideas on 1 page.
Yeah. Did Paul Graham teach you anything specifically about writing?
Yeah, mostly just by reading his essays. I think like many other people, my introduction to the startup world and excitement about it came from reading PG's essays. He's like an unbelievable writer. And that was a topic of like great interest to me and many other people. I think a whole generation of us like copied PG in all of these ways.
How can GPT amplify different personalities? One of the things I like to use it for is, hey, rewrite this in the style of Amor Towles or Tyler Cowen. How can GPT continue to do that?
Well, future versions of GPT will be very capable of that. What the fair thing to Tyler Cowen is in that case, we're trying to figure out. So it's like not an obvious question. But for sure, what everybody agrees on is there can be many personalities that are not based on real people. And that's a cool thing to have. And the fact that you can have, let's call them like personas. You can have like ChatGPT remix things in different personas. I think that'll be helpful in the creative process. The thing that I hope for more than anything else out of ChatGPT and future versions is that it will be a tool that lets us do things we just couldn't do before, think of ideas we just couldn't have before, be more creative than we could be before. And this is kind of the arc of technology, but I think this is going to be a particularly great example of it.
Creativity not limited by skills, but by the ability to think of the idea in the first place.
Not even that. Like, if these tools like can help you think of the idea, but you've got to be a great curator. Like, I don't know exactly what it's going to be like. But I do know people are going to get very good at using the tool like they do with any new tool. And that will expand the realm of human possibility.